Look at me on time today. Look at me on time today. I am so on time today. I don't know what to do with myself when I'm on time, but I am on time. Let's get this one going. I feel good being on time. I don't even know what to do with myself. I'm on time. Guys, I'm on time. Like, this is new me. It's like a brand new me. I did not know when I'm on time. Hey Britt, how you doing today? I'm on time. That's it. Okay, guys. Um, my name is Asia. I'm on time today. I'm good. All right. Um, happy Monday. Happy Monday to everybody. Um, if you're here and you can see this and you can hear me, just leave a comment. Let me make sure I open up the chat for the YouTubers and the Facebookers. Okay. Hi to Instagram. Hi to Facebook and YouTube. That's it. That's where I'm at. Okay, that's it. So this, like every Monday, is just me. I come on here, I kind of rant a little bit, I kind of rave a little bit, tell you where I'm at, where we were going. This time we're talking about diving. We're deep. We have been so deep. If you have missed, I think the last 3 or 4 times I've been live, I don't even know if I can call them episodes. Like, really, what is this, right? But if you're on YouTube and you can see, but we've been kind of going deep. Why are we going deep? Because that's where the jewels are, all right? If you saw my post on Instagram, we're talking about being in our caves. When you go looking for diamonds, they're not just out on the surface, right? You don't just find treasures just out. You're walking down the street, you're just sitting there in your car, and then bam, there's a treasure, right? Unless you're stealing it from somebody else, right? I mean, but they're deep. There's typically like some digging that has to happen. You got to put in some effort. You know what I mean? And so we've been on this deep dive going in. It's just what I do, right? We're going in on the deep dive. And we've been talking about how, first of all, how Pluto affects us in our chart, okay? Because, Pluto's pretty out there, pretty deep, okay? You got to do some work to work with Pluto, okay? So we've been talking about that. And today's oracle reading was about the underworld, right? The lower world. And I'm like, guys, that's what Pluto is working with, right? Pluto being, the one of the gods of the underworld, right? Going in deep, down there with Hades, just working through that stuff, right? And I think that what happened is that we get like scared, right? You get kind of in a mindset. I'm not going to say how it happened. All right. However it happened for you, that's just how it happened for you. Right. But you end up, hey, Terry, but you end up in this mindset where you are like, you know what? I'm only going to stay on the superficial. I'm not going to look at any darker. I'm not going to look at anything. If I look at the darker, deeper things, that's going to turn me dark and deep. And that's not the case, right? We've talked about the law of polarity, right? Universal law of polarity, all right? We've talked about the law of correspondence within, so without, okay? Polarity is, you have to have light and day, light and dark, night and day, light and dark, night and day, light and dark, okay? You have to have both, okay? There has to be balance, right? The universe does. If you have dark, you have light. If you have light, you have to have dark, okay? It's just what it is, all right? Correspondence as within, so without, okay? And that's why we go within, because we want to see and experience on the without portion and change the without that we don't like. It's a part of alchemy. Okay. So we're going within to make those changes. You know, you go in and kind of clean up some stuff and, you know, figure out what's supposed to be where. And you kind of, you know, go around the corner and you're like, oh shit, I didn't know that was there. Bruh, let me figure out, you know, what that is, you know. And so that's, you know, pretty much where we're going with that. I'm gonna save that right there. Okay, I see. So that's why. That's the why of why I'm on a deeper, you know, level. And it's something that you tend to see happen in like the later months of the year, right? But we're now in the spring months, and you know, spring is a time for like cleanup, right? A time for rejuvenating, right? The new things are happening. We're in summer. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This is the late spring. We're almost in summer. And that summertime, the sun is, you know, going to shine at its highest, right? You know, you're getting the longest days, right? It's pretty much the safe time to go on such a deep dive as this, okay? Because it's going to help us, all right? Especially if you're a creative. If I can talk to the people who are creating something just real quick, okay? You're creating something, and I mentioned this, okay? But when you're creating something, a lot of times if you don't take the dive in deep onto who you are and what truly is down there, right? Then you just start creating stuff that looks a lot like what everybody else is creating. And it feels to me as if you're creating these things because you think they are what other people want to see. I personally, as somebody who enjoys looking at anything that's created, I don't want to see what you think other people want to see, right? I want to see, and now this is speaking as somebody who is pretty in tune and wanting to see the depth of people. So yeah, I want to see you. I want to see what you, the inner parts of you, can bring out. Okay. And when you add what you've learned through your deep dive into what you're creating, it becomes you specifically, intrinsically, and only. Like, it's only you. And there being 8 billion people on the earth, and you putting out what only you can do is what is going to make you stand out. Because if you have 7 billion people putting out what they think everybody wants to see, what the algorithm is telling them that everybody wants to see, don't even get me started on trying to do what an algorithm wants you to do. Okay. There's a reason why nobody can ever find me, right? Because I'm just not going to do what the algorithm wants me to do. My people are going to come find me. Okay. If it's for me, somehow they're going to find it. Okay. Not because some crazy AI algorithm has decided that this is what humans are wanting to see right now. And why is that? Don't, you know, hey star, don't even, like I said, that you think the algorithm wants to see, sure, okay, if you need to, so that way you can stay relevant, fine, put that shit out, and then point in the directions to the stuff that's really you, okay, because that's what people need to see. People need to see what's where we need. It's kind of a time reading at this point. I personally need to see different. I need to see authentic. I need to see what is really you. I don't need to see what an algorithm is telling me that I should be seeing. Okay. That's my soapbox on that. I'm just going to go with that. Okay. So that's why we've been diving deep into the caves. Okay. And originally, I was going to bring it up, okay? I was going to bring up so that we can go over the next 4 houses, because we did the first 4 houses, Pluto in the first 4 houses on last Wednesday. I feel like I could, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm going to bring up, yeah, I'll do it. We'll get through the next 4 houses, okay? Because why not? It's, you know what? I know, because we're 10 minutes in, okay? That's why. That's why, or why not? We're not going to do it, because if I do it, then something else is not going to happen. Join me on Wednesday. This Wednesday, we're going to go over the next 4 houses and possibly even the last 4 houses. We might get through the rest of the houses. I think I can do that, okay? Because today is other stuff, all right? Today is the why. Today we're diving deep, the why of diving deep, okay? And I also wanted to talk about undervaluing ourselves, okay? And the reason I wanted to talk about undervaluing ourselves is because what was I reading? I wrote it down. Hold on. I wrote it down. Oh, please hold. All right. I've been reading this. It brings me into this, okay? All right. So I have been reading about human design still, right? Still on human design. I know it's probably going to take me a minute to get through, around, and over, okay? It's just how my brain works. I told you I'm doing a deep dive. It's a deep dive, okay? And in the human design book that I'm reading, that one is actually like the sanctioned book by the guy who channeled the human design system, okay? In there, I read the, hold on, where was it at? Okay, so what I read was, when a person undervalues themselves to begin with, they will attempt to accomplish more than anybody else in order to prove how valuable they are. And that resonated with me. So I today wanted to talk about undervaluing ourselves, why we're undervaluing ourselves and how we're undervaluing ourselves, and how we can get out of undervaluing ourselves, because it resonated with me. Now, I'm going to tell you how this resonated with me, okay? I have mentioned before this syndrome that, especially, I know for a fact, women of color, okay? I cannot speak to anybody else on this topic right now. I'm only going to speak as me, as a woman of color. Let's go with that. A Black woman living in America, okay? It's the idea, and we were all kind of told it growing up, okay? My friends, me, we were all told this. You have to do twice as much in order to get half as far, right? And on the surface, it sounded, like, yes, this is motivational. I do have to do twice as much so that I can be seen, half as far, right? But the trauma that comes with that, and the mind games that kind of come with that. And this is the mind game that we're playing with our children, if you're still saying that, if we're still doing that. And I feel like the way that like the energy is flowing, a lot of us are like, yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. Okay, I'm just going to call out the bullshit of you not valuing, what it is, versus me doing twice as much just so that you can see half of what I've done, okay? But for many of us, okay, there was this mindset of we have to do so much, okay? And I think that for me personally, it broke down into like everything, right? I had to do so much. And even I have to get this degree. I had to graduate with honors. I had to be in the top 10%. I had to graduate with honors, right? I had to get this degree, right? I had to go on this path, right? Oh, you know what? I should do political science, right? Because one day I will be a lawyer. I have to go on this path, or I have to do public administration, right? And then in my work, it's like my reports had to be 20 pages plus on top. I had to have all of this additional information. I had to make sure that everything was footnoted and cited, and all the resources were there. Like, I have to do this, right? I have to do way more than what is being seen from other people, right? And it does still kind of trickle in today. Hey, Kanisha, it still trickles in today. How you doing? It trickles in today still, because like, even when I'm working on my business, putting out offerings, right? I'm looking at the offerings that I put out, and I'm like, oh, I have to do this much. It has to be like this. It has to be perfect. And yes, some of that is just my inner Virgo rising, just like, oh yeah, okay, look, okay, it has to be perfect. All right. But some of it is because of this undervaluing that I've mentally done for myself. I have trained myself, my lower self, right? Because it's not my higher self. My higher self knows, bitch, you the bad bitch, okay? But lower self, ego self, right, has been trained from 40 plus years of, you have to be up here. You have to do this much. You have to have this, right? I mean, even I have a whole, PhD now, right? You have to have this much. And I know people with 0 degrees, 0 certifications, 0 anything, just kind of floating through life on vibes, right? And I'm sitting out here, oh, I got to get this certification. Okay. Talked about this on one of my videos, spiritual materialism. Okay. It's that mindset of, I have to get another certification. I have to read another book. I have to, figure this out. Okay. And outside of me just doing it because my brain craves it, right? Like the deep dives that I do when I'm like, I need to figure out what this is. Outside of that, it's this idea that I'm not good enough as I am. I need to do more. I need to show more. I need to be more, because I've undervalued myself, right? And from what I'm understanding, a lot of us have that, right? I see it in myself, and then I'm like, no, bitch, stop. Let's stop. Calm down. Take a step back. What is your offering? And if my offering, if what I'm putting out there is truly, authentically in alignment with what I see as, my higher version of me, then I'm letting it be. And that's hard, because taking off the lens, taking off the I need to do twice as much, I need to do way more, so that way it can be seen. Like, I've seen people out there doing half as what I'm doing, and they're just like good on vibes. People show up for their stuff, and it's because, and this is important, okay? Like I said, those who are meant to work with me are going to work with me. If I am in alignment with where my path is supposed to go, those beings who are looking for what I'm offering are going to find it. And I'm good with that. I'm not going to lie. I am good with that. At first, earlier, let's even say 2 months ago, I was not. I was really, especially because I am putting out offerings and I'm like, I need to be seen. I need to get the SEO right. I need to be in this search, But even yesterday, after all of the work that I do, right, putting it out there, even yesterday, I asked like people who were at my sound bath yesterday, how did you find this? How did you find me? And it had nothing to do with any of the work that I did. For all I know, it was my meditation where I call clients to me. I put out the light. I call the clients. And those clients who are in alignment with what I'm doing showed up. That's it. Okay? So the statement, when a person undervalues themselves to begin with, they will attempt to accomplish more than anybody else in order to prove how valuable they are. Yeah, it resonated. I'm going to say this. If you are around somebody, and it tends to be, so I was reading this and it was about generator types, but it resonated, and I'm not a generator. According to my design, I am a mental projector. Okay. But this was written, I believe, in the book I was reading about generators, because my child is a generator. Actually, all three of my children were generators. Okay. Anyway, so I was reading deep. I was a deep diving on the generator type. Okay. And it was this part right here. They're going to put out so much additional because they're looking for, and I think that's what we're all looking for, the approval, right? We want that algorithm to point shit towards us, right? We want the yes. Okay. But then once you get the yes, what? Then what? Where are we at? Right? We go through this, once I get the yes, then what? Right? And it all falls back to the if I get blah, 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 then blah, blah, blah. Okay. We want the yes. We want the where, what is it? And then once we get that, we're going to end up just going on to craving something else. Okay. So deciding I want the looks, I want the acceptance, I want the approval, created this, I don't know what the word would be. Hold on. It created a hole. All right. You start digging a hole while you're trying to fill that hole. Okay. You're digging out. I want this this approval. I want this acceptance. I want these likes. I want the algorithm to want me. Right. And at the same time, you're digging and trying to fill a hole at the same time. So you're creating this problem for yourself. Okay. And it goes back to diving into our caves. See, look, it's right there. Okay. We're going back to diving into our caves, right? Hey, B-Dub, when you go back to diving into the cave, right, and saying to yourself and acknowledging in yourself this craving, this shadow part is wanting this attention. For whatever reason, insert childhood experience here. For whatever that reason is, like I said earlier, mine was I was told you have to be twice as good to get half as far. Okay. I was given that. That was my roadmap at 5. Okay. You got to do this if you want to be as good as these other people. Okay. I was given that statement. All right. So insert yours, whatever it is. You've done your work. You're in on your shadow period. You're like looking inward, looking deep into your caves. You're cleaning out the closet. Okay. And you're finding the why, the where did it happen? what was the starting point? How did I get here to this thinking that I have to do so much in order for somebody to approve of me? But what does my approval of myself look like? If I sit down with my higher self, which I do every morning now, if I sit down with my higher self and ask, where am I in alignment with my journey? Which is a very scary question to ask, because if your answer is you're not in alignment and you're, veering off your course, it's a journey now to getting back onto your course. Not everybody wants to take that journey. It's not a journey that is easy, and people like easy. All right, we tend to be humans tend to avoid pain and just want to go with pleasure. And taking that journey back, it's not pleasurable sometimes. It's because it's forcing you to have to think things through. All right, so there's that. That was the undervaluing ourselves, gone through the caves, undervaluing ourselves. And look at that. I am 26 minutes in. I am doing good. Hello, Jay Sherry. I'm doing good. I'm about to tell you guys, in my attempts to bond with my daughter this weekend, because she's big on thrifting. She's had me watching all of these thrifting videos. Okay, I've been watching thrifting videos all weekend. I felt like I am almost a thrifting queen myself. Okay, I decided, and so I'm going to post a video this week. Hopefully, like, bro, I'm always like, I'm going to post a video this week. I don't know. Okay, we'll see, because I decided to add into what I do, because I wanted this to be a part of the journey. So I create things, right? Right now in my store, it's things that I've created. Typically, that's it. Okay. I create something, I throw it up in the store, people buy it, bam, we're done. Okay. But I'm about to add new things that I find and curate, as well as things that I thrifted. That's right, guys. I'm a metaphysical thrifter now. I'm going to identify as one. But yes, so I'm adding these things to my store. And it's a part of the process of growing from just my experiences. I love it. I love it. I found so many things. You're going to have to see the video. I'll let you know when the video is posted. Okay, I'll probably, like, if it's on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, then I'll end up like putting a link somewhere so I can say, hey, thrifting video is here, right? But I liked it. I learned so much, because what I ended up doing was going into a thrift shop with the mindset that I'm going to find metaphysical things. I know. I'm excited. So then today, this morning, I've been up early, rearranging my shop. I'm moving things out of that shop that starts with an E, right? I'm moving things out of there. I'm putting them into my own shop, because I'm legit now. It's all legit. I'm just going to throw it all up into my shop, okay? And you'll be able to find it all together. All of the things that I've made, all of the things that I find, and then the things that I curate. I'm excited. I am excited by this. I'm not going to lie, because honestly, a reason to shop is a reason to shop. And your girl likes to shop. I'm not going to lie. I'm lying. I am going to lie. I don't like shopping, but I do like finding cool things. I don't like the shopping part. I don't like the energy that goes into the shopping part. So I'm hoping that in doing this, I'm able to help somebody else avoid what I'm feeling I don't like, which is that energy that goes into like the bargaining and shopping and stuff. I don't like that. But I do like finding cool things. I do like learning new information. Like, I found some cool things that you're just going to have to, I'm just going to look around for them, but I found some cool things that you're just going to have to see when the video comes up. That's that. Okay, so that was it. Metaphysical thrifting, diving into the cave. Oh, also, if you were looking on my Instagram, then you saw I got a new deck of cards. So here they are. These are what I'm using today. Okay, for today's readings. I'm going to go through. We're going to do 4x4 elements. All right. If you're joining now, here's a great time. I'm glad you're here. If you've gotten this far, okay, so this is the Mystical Shaman Oracle. I've been wanting this deck forever. It has been in my, what is that called? In my cart. Is that a cart? My wish list. It's been in my wish list forever. Okay. And I guess because I'm the type that has to buy stuff out of her own wish list, here I am. I had to buy it out of my own wish list. And I'm fine with that. Look, I'm an independent woman. I can buy stuff out of my own wish list. I'm not going to be mad about it. Okay? But, one day, I'm going to put it out there. If you're watching my YouTube and you see my wish list and you're like, hey, let me go ahead and gift Dr. Asia something from her wish list, I'm going to be like, thank you. Thank you, baby. I'm going to be like, thank you, baby. Because Dr. Asia needed that. She wanted it, and you helped her align with it. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to pull 4 cards. One is Earth, Air, Fire, and Water. These cards are bigger. I'm not going to lie. They are harder for me to maneuver. I don't think I did that right. There we go. Earth, air, fire, water. Earth, air. Earth, air, fire, water. Earth, air, fire, water. All right. It's no problems. We'll cut this part out somehow. Earth. I feel like this part always does seem to take a while. And I apologize for the inconvenience that this may be causing you. Earth signs. And every time I do this, I get this wrong. Earth signs. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Air signs. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. I just pulled that card. Earth, air. We're on fire. Oh, shit. Okay. Hold on. Oh, shit. All right. Earth, air, fire. All right. Sorry. We're on water. Fire is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right. And then water. Water is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Or Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, if you want to go in order, right? Water. All right. Earth, air, fire, water. I am reading from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. It is a new deck for me. Okay. So, hello, bearded father. A woman likes a good beard. Okay, I'm not gonna even lie. Okay, so I'm doing earth, air, fire, water. All right. So starting with earth, you got the curse. Not that you get the curse, but that was the card. I don't want to say earth signs get the curse, but your card is the curse, okay? So I'm going to read from the guidebook for you. Hey, 14 is my number. I'm not going to even, be mad about that. All right. So the card is the curse. I'm going to sit here. I'll put it up there for you. There you are. Okay, this is Earth. All right. The curse refers to limiting stories of our ancestors and the karma from former lifetimes that preordains the events of our lives. It is the source of negative patterns, and it can show up as a disease, a destructive force, or a blockage on our creative energy. The curse holds us hostage to a false story that we confuse for reality. Recognizing the original wound that is playing out in our life can heal it. Bruh. Did we not just sit here and talk for 20 minutes about finding the shadow so that we can stop undervaluing ourselves? There it is, the curse. Okay. Be aware of your actions. Act with impeccable intention so as not to create a debt or karma that sooner or later someone has to pay. What you do to others, you also do to yourself and to the people you love most. Now you have the opportunity to clean it up. All right, so it says, it is time to recognize the source of your limitations. This is Earth. Did your grandparents live with a mindset of scarcity? Did you inherit genes for heart disease? Were you a slave or a master in a past life? This karmic legacy is ready and waiting to be seen, to be untangled, and to be released. Honor the players and their stories. Forgive everyone and everything. Craft a new life course for yourself. This very well is, that makes sense. It's what we were just talking about. Air signs, your card. Let me get it. All right. Your card was the arrow. Okay. Air signs. Receiving this symbol reminds you that when you are in alignment with your heart and soul, you're on target and will soon be hitting your mark. Be true to your calling, release attachments, and free yourself from the bondage of unbridled ambition. Again, we're talking about unbridled ambition and the confines of that. The doing so much because you feel devaluing. Okay, you're devaluing yourself, you're doing too much. There you are. Air signs. Okay. Now is revealed to be a moment of contact in which your intention meets the material world. The arrow also symbolizes the need to set your creativity free. Set it free! All right. When the arrow zings through the air, it is inviting you to pay attention and signifying that you are about to make your mark in some aspect of your life. It illuminates the moment of contact when you know that your desires and intentions have traveled on the wind and landed in the perfect place for your highest good. Trust that your job is to be relaxed yet focused, keeping your eye on the prize, yet releasing your intention with full expectation that it will land as it is supposed to. Do not worry about the how or the exact form. This is not a time to interfere with the manner in which the arrow flies. It will make its mark and you will have cause to celebrate. I also feel like this aligns. Hello, walking in truth. I also feel like this aligns with what I said about not worrying about the algorithm, putting your true thing out there. All right. If you are basically focused on putting you and your truth out there, your arrow is going to fly where it needs to go. You just have to trust that. Okay. You got to trust that the people who are going to find you are going to find you in spite of whatever this AI is trying to. I'm not going to go there. Okay. That's another cause for another day. All right. Let's see. Okay, so Earth, Air, Fire. We're going to go with this. Fire. The Andean Cross. Okay, fire, we talked about. Now, these signs, I mean, this energy is not just like your sun sign, right? It would be like if you have a lot of this energy in your chart altogether, or it could be your moon sign, it could be your rising sign, okay? The Andean Cross. The Andean Cross represents the cosmology of the shaman. Hey, that's me. Okay. It depicts the four cardinal directions, the upper and lower worlds, and the steps to reach these realms. The hole in the center is a gateway to interdimensional travel. The proverbial eye of the needle we can all go through to experience higher states of awareness and wisdom and to break free of linear time. This is deep, Fire. Are you having a deep moment? Are you awakening? Are you learning more about yourself? Hello, Fire. The Andean Cross is for you. The invitation. The Andean Cross announces the start to a great journey. It's time to raise your gaze from the mundane day to day to that which until now has seen beyond your grasp. Allow new wisdom to guide you and stop trying to make sense of it all before you respond with a resounding yes. There you go. Fire. Get in it. All right. The Indian cross. Right there, fire, water. Water. Wow, you're way in the back here. Let's see. Hold on. Water signs. That's me. This is my card. It's my card for the week, guys. Okay. The smoky mirror. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. The smoky mirror. All right. The smoky mirror represents the aspects of what is implied yet cannot be immediately known in the world. The mystery of how things come together and how they fall apart without obvious casualty. The symbol also represents the shadow of the human psyche, the parts of self that one disowns. I told y'all. I knew it was my card. I knew it. Like, I'm just really sitting here trying to get you all down into diving into your caves and stuff. But really, it's just my card. I'm sorry. It's just the energy I'm in. Sorry, guys. Not sorry, guys. All right. The smoky mirror can also represent a state of denial or the inability or refusal to see the truth. I'm just trying to get y'all to see the truth, baby. When the symbol of the smoky mirror appears, you're invited to see beyond your own self. Acknowledge that past the limits of your current ability to perceive, there is a vast interconnected world where events are orchestrated in divine order but challenging to fully grasp. Now is the time to trust that no matter what the current conditions of your world reflect, in the hidden realms, all aspects of the human journey are celebrated. The beauty and the darkness, the misery and the courage. No matter where you are in your journey, know that some things are meant to be a mystery, which you are meant to understand only through experience. Take heart, for the smoky mirror will ultimately show you beauty and wonder once the fog lifts and lifts the distortion you see now. I love this. Water. Get it. All right. So that was that. Earth had the curse card. Air had the arrow card. Fire had the Andean cross. And water had the smoky mirror. Guys, if any of this resonates, if you are maybe going through your journey, and you see this video sometime in the future this week or whatever, and you get to this part, let me know if any of these resonated with you, if this part of your journey resonates with you at all. Okay. Definitely let me know. And speaking of letting me know what resonates, if you've attended any of my sound baths or received any of my offerings, I would love to hear from you. I am collecting reviews now because, again, what I do, people just don't know. Okay. But like I said, people will find it. Okay. And you could be a part of helping people find it. Okay. How? You can like this video. Okay. You can like this wherever you're seeing it. Right. You can share it. These are all free ways. You can also leave me a review. Okay. So if you send me a DM, leave a comment, find my email. Okay. I will send you a link to where you can send a review of me, of your time with me, of your experience with me, of your energy, interaction, your relation with me. Okay. And once I send you that link and you do the review, if you let me know you've done the review, I'll give you a free 20-minute Divine Path reading. Easy peasy. And the Divine Path reading, okay, if you look on my offerings on my website, IamAliacia.com, right? If you look on the website and see the offerings and see the Divine Path reading, then you will know. That's an hour long, okay? But you'll know that 20 minutes for free, totes insane, okay? That's how much I value getting a review right now, especially if it's an authentic, honest review, so that you can let me know exactly how you felt. That's what I'm looking for right now. That's it. Okay. Yeah. So let me know. You do the review. I you schedule your 20-minute mini reading, and then, it'll point you in a direction. It's basically like a way to say, okay, you ask a question, I kind of answer it, and we kind of point you in a direction for you to kind of go off on your own. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. Like, I am just here to guide and point, right? I am never here to force or coerce or convince, push. That's not me. I'm flowing. I'm like water, like I said, okay? So I'm basically guiding, all right? Pointing out things, putting them out there. You find it and you like it and you go with it. You're like, yes, this is awesome. Then go with it, okay? If it doesn't work for you and you just chuck it in the bucket, chuck it in the fucking bucket, right? If you chuck it in the bucket, I'm cool with that too, because it didn't resonate for you. No worries, okay? But that's how you can help me out. This week, we're doing a Father's Day sound bath at Herbs and Earth in Northwood. If you're in West Palm Beach area, come find me. There's no reservation or anything needed. Bring your father. Definitely bring your father if he is between the ages of, let's say, 50 and 67, with, the features and intuitive instincts of the divine masculine, and he's single. Bring your father. Otherwise, yes, just bring your father anyway, because we're going to have some good times. We're going to be opening the heart's energy center. We're going to be working through that. We're going to be working through voice and heart, a lot like I did with mothers for Mother's Day, mother and daughters for Mother's Day. So I would love to see you there. I will see you Wednesday. If you need me, DM me, email me. That's where you pretty much find me. You can always book your own sessions with me. All of that information is there, and wherever you're seeing this, just click on in one of the websites. Just click there. You'll find me. All right. Until next time, I am Asia, the Soulful Creatrix, and I'm wishing you love and peace and many continued blessings. Until Wednesday. Bye-bye.